I think it is that time again. Welcome everyone to the GHPC developer stream for April 2026. Where does the time go? We've got some cool stuff to talk about today. I think I am also joined by Kavi.
You are.
Alright. Hope everybody can hear both of us okay. If not, let me know now because we got stuff to go over.
We're also joined by a special guest,
Yeah.
Harry.
Oh, hello.
Is it not special?
It
Or that
is.
special.
All the way from Australia. I'm also joined by very special guests. My neighbors are screaming outside, so if you hear that, sorry, I can't find the mute button for them. Or, the police might not enjoy it if I do, so.
I would end the stream pretty quick.
Yeah. Anyway, we have some stuff to go over. So, first of all, let's do our little roadmap overview, just to cover where we are. Alright, get my screen up here. So, we've got these markers on the roadmap to show what we've done so far. So, phase 1, finished. Phase 2, most of phase 3, we still gotta do the dragon. Phase 4, we're working on detailed crew, working on Bundeswehr. You can see we've got a couple of destruction things left to do, campaign and multiplayer. These are the major 1.0 goals. I have a roadmap point to cover today, as well as another thing. So, let's go over that. Which one should I do first?
The roadmap point.
Okay. Good idea. Let's get the game going. If we have any interesting questions from the chat while my game loads, then go ahead and relay those. Yeah, they are screaming.
Yeah, the only question is, what are they saying?
They're screaming about the stream.
That's true. They're very excited.
Fans.
They're actually our
This
biggest
is so
fans.
epic, dude.
Yep, that's right. It's kind of like when the Beatles performed. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna do a little Abrams Alley to get us going.
I can't believe someone's asking when we're adding a Eurofighter. It's been in for ages, man.
That's true.
Closer.
I just didn't unlock it, man.
Isn't every fighter a Eurofighter when it's in Europe?
Mustang GT and GHPC win. No one likes that vehicle.
That's right. Now Mustang V6. That's a car.
I thought all Mustangs are kind of for people with poor taste, don't they?
Sounds like somebody who's in a crowd.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, we're in our classic Abrams Alley. It's my go-to mission for just playing a mission. Something interesting, first of all, we've got our gunner view, or our thermal view. We've got the black hot, white hot, whatever, you guys know this. But then, if I want to scan for targets, a lot of gunners will just hammer on the controls. They'll just go back and forth really quick. And in GHPC currently, when you let go of your aim switch, your palm switches, your turret just stops. And that's not really how it works. There's quite a bit of mass to this thing in real life, so... Heck, let me turn my sound up. So yeah.
If anyone can't hear it, it sounds like...
Thank you, Harry.
Yeah.
It does sound
like
like...
a little squeaking wheel in the back.
So, that's... The inertia of the turrets was... For technical reasons, there was... we didn't include it originally, but now it's in, and I think it works pretty well. Yeah, just one more little detail. Anyway, let's go ahead and shoot some stuff, and I'll show you the other things.
Now let's watch this drive.
Watch this fun drive.
Mm.
True.
Josh H.W. Bush. I love it.
Okay, so a few things to cover here. First of all, as I pulled up and did my gunnery, I left tracks on the ground, and you can see them still. They remain in place, including when I pulled forward and backward, and when I came from over there. They're not fading out with time, they're not limited to a tiny distance anymore. This is because we optimized them, believe it or not. And in the process, we found a way to make them persist, so another small detail. The real interesting thing here is on the targets that I shot. Let's see if we can get in closer here.
You might want to turn the speed down so that you can still see what's going on. Oh, they're still burning. Should be okay.
Yep.
Also, the track staying longer is actually faster than when they didn't stay longer. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they are optimized now. My stream is having some trouble for some reason. Anyway, you might notice that you can see where I shot this thing.
Is that not a speed hole that they produce for easier, for better movement?
Well,
You made that hole?
It's an intake scoop for the ramjet.
Oh.
You
I
never
love
know.
the suspension popping.
Yeah. So the smoke coming out of the hole has actually been in the game for quite a while, but the holes were not visible. Now they are. There was a kinetic impact over here, I think. Yep. So this one didn't start a fire because nothing inside got hit that's flammable, but it's still a total crew kill from the fragmentation, and you can see the actual impact where it went in. So yeah. Let me quickly get my check on my computer here and see what's lagging. But yeah, that's new feature, being able to see those impact marks. I think it'll be very interesting to see the damage. And just to get a better variety, let me do a bit more mission. Because there's obviously different kinds of impacts. So the impact marks, they depend on what type of ammunition you were using, what kind of surface it hit, the angle. I'll see if I can get a clean sabot hit on a flat surface and we can see the fins.
The impact marks take into account the power of the round, the type of round that's hitting, like HE, hash, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think for the moment we've got a set of just sort of like basic ones to differentiate darts and heat and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll probably, as we go on, we'll probably add more like different types. I don't think we've got anything specific for like APHE, for example, because actually I did make an APHE, but I can't remember if we've set it up yet.
I think it is
something that's a system is there, and we're just going to be adding to it over time.
Yeah, gotcha.
I've seen full caliber hits. They look about how you'd expect. You're too wobbly right now.
Wobbly wiggly.
BTR with Afro is the first time I've ever heard that described.
It's usually Shunker.
Mm.
That's true.
What's the hat BTR doing? That's called dodging. Didn't work out for him though.
Just restuck him, man. Whoa, he's still going.
Yeah, the
Okay, bud.
driver is dead, so he's not hitting the brakes.
Sleep at the wheel. All of them are. Jesus, man. Come on.
If you hit the engine hard enough, it locks up. That'll stop it sooner. Let's get my phone
Well,
off
these
my
have
desk.
two motors, don't they? The it
BTR 60? It might, yeah.
might be the 70 that has the two engines.
One of them does.
Can't remember.
My
Man,
gosh, you can hear the
screams
screams.
of the crew.
This sounds like a xenomorph in the background there, man.
Uh-huh. It was right on the
sounds like
side of the prow.
You got some low-level Diablo baddies in the background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very low level. This is a nice front center hit. Anyway, so that's heat. See if we can get some Sabo on some targets here.
Could you just keep nailing them? I can't remember if they still do. They still accept hits when they're already? I think they do.
I think they do, but it's more fun to shoot the new targets. Oh, hello. What the hell?
There are decals for non-penetrating hits. I couldn't tell you how much it is set up just now. As mentioned before, it's a system that we've recently implemented and it's being filled out over time. It's like when you make a soup. You just keep adding bits to it until it tastes right, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Man, Noah was here to be able to tell us how much he's slotted into all this. I'm assuming there's a dictionary with all the different hits in it.
Yeah. As it relates to armor type and pen type, ammo, etc.
It's the same kind of setup as the impact effects, I imagine. Or the,
Yep.
the VFX, rather.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Noop has cooked. He always cooks. His effects are great, but he worked with, a while ago, a different contractor, made a really awesome sort of dictionary, a data set for all of this, and now we're just layering on more of the technical implementation. It's looking very nice.
They call him the chef, man.
They might. They should.
Raekwon the chef.
Impact effects for MGs and HMGs.
Yeah,
think
they
that's-
I
exist.
don't know if we did that. I think that, yeah.
I'm fairly certain.
I
they
think I can
exist.
coax one of these and it'll show. Yep.
Still haven't gotten the, you still haven't done a Sabo, have you?
Not on a flat
Sabo.
surface. I've done one.
Yeah.
There you
Here,
go.
let's kill these tanks.
You've done a Glancer. There's 448 people watching this thing.
Nice.
448 weirdos, man. Sickos. Sickos.
Yes.
They're here to watch me
Laughing
lose.
gif. You don't do that. Come on.
True.
I've never seen you lose.
Okay.
I've seen you fail, not lose.
I feel like Kavi is lying to me
Have I
and to
ever lied you?
America.
Yes, I've lied to America.
Alright, so these are probably going to be glancing hits, or not glancing, angled impacts, so they're not going to have the... Oh, nope. This one has the fins.
He's demonstrating the FPV thing which just added. Oh no, never mind. The illusion's been broken. It's not on a piece of metal, but you know, close enough.
Oh, is that deflector not metal?
Yeah, it's wood.
Oh shit.
It is what it is.
There we go, there's a gouge.
Yeah, that is a Leopard 2 for whoever pointed that out.
Good eye. It's easy to miss.
Congratulations, soldier, you're past basic training.
And just to be clear, that's good eye in American English, not good day in Australian English.
Nice.
And not good eye in pirate, which would mean good yes.
Uh-huh. True. Let me see if I can get another clean Sabo impact. What's something that's not burning?
Does armor degrade? No, it doesn't, and it never will.
Let's go get side on with this guy and shoot a flat surface.
I can't tell if the dev team is trolling right now or if there's an actual Leo. Well,
I guess you'll find out.
There is a Leo. It's already in the game, has been for a while.
That is true.
Several variants.
I can't believe they didn't scroll down the customizer list.
Crazy stuff.
yes, there are impact decals for HE Hesh versus non-pens.
We were going to make a Leo 1A5, but we have, like, it's company policy that if someone mentions a vehicle in the chat, it's we take it out of the roster. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to remove that from the plans.
If nobody mentioned Abrams, I'd be sad.
It's the real reason.
Oh, it's too late for him to cancel that now.
Yeah, it's the real reason we've never put in the King Tiger. It was the first one I asked for.
Well, I don't know. I'm seeing a King Tiger on the screen right now. That's what he's aiming at, right?
It's a fucking tiger, run!
Oh my gosh.
Should be run.
Yep. You can see the fins.
DHLTB asks again about 1A5. I have a homework assignment for DHLTB. Go and research when the 1A5 came into service, and then we can talk.
The results may surprise you.
And just to help you research, GHPC is based in 1985. Keep that number in mind. Alright. Well, we did some shooting of stuff. There's some marks. I didn't die, but, you know, the stream is still young.
Can't believe we put marks in the game. That's woke, man.
That's true. We did put marks in the game. I like that the shot trace in the AAR lines up with the holes. So you can be like, yep, that's where that hit, alright.
Damn well better.
Yeah, I guess if it didn't, that would be a problem. Oh, I didn't even notice this one when I did it. Look at that.
Well done. I
Oh,
think
hey,
you're
no, I've seen
really
the chat.
getting. I think you're really getting good at this game that you're making.
Yeah, don't fucking jinx me.
I did it.
Guys, I'm gonna lose everything now, and it's Copy's fault, so just so you know.
Yeah, just blame it on the Maltese guy.
This is a jinxing based development process. It's like how if you mentioned Leopard 2 in the chat.
That's right. Okay, so the impact decals are a fairly major part of the enhanced destruction roadmap item, which we covered earlier in the stream. But that's not the only thing that's coming next update. Let me get another branch loaded up here. By branch, I mean like a version of the game that has different code changes in it, not like a tree. 'Cause, weird.
Okay, nerd.
Mm.
Actually, that was very helpful and informative.
Yeah. All right. What mission should I do for this? Actually, we'll start in a non-mission.
A lot of folks asking about exit holes. I can't recall if that's the case.
I don't think
No,
so.
not right now. Possibly later, but it's not a
Eh.
huge priority.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so this
Hello.
isn't the new thing.
No Up is in
This
the chat.
is No Up. No Up is our VFX guy. He's responsible for the holes, among other things.
Everyone buy him a beer.
I don't know if we want to classify it like that, but okay.
Responsibilities included holes.
Mm-hmm.
There may be some stream issues at the moment.
The-
Not sure what that is.
So my stream doesn't like it when I'm loading the game up.
I'm getting like quality drops like often, but I think it's just going to be like a, there's an ocean.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. For some reason
Any
today my stream is being laggy.
How many game branches do you have installed right now on your PC? Numerous.
Yeah. Let's not even get into how many issue cards there are. Both completed and uncompleted. Let's jump over this way in the line until we find something interesting.
No Up, thank you for your service.
No, I thought we both did bits of the. I thought you did a couple of them. Pretty sure you did a couple of them. He's trying to be humble and shit.
It's a Midwest fault.
True. What are you doing, Josh?
I'm navigating. People might not know they can jump with the holding tab.
There will be people that'll think this is a new feature, most likely.
Yeah.
Are you looking for something?
Am I looking for something?
I don't know.
Are you?
Oh,
I can
man.
tell you
We're doing like this crazy jumping thing. Hey, there we go.
Oh, okay. Oh. Jump confirmed, yes.
Something in the way. Something in the way of the goddamn view.
Mm-hmm.
What you got there, Josh?
Somebody left a subwoofer on my tank or something like that. I don't know. What is this?
Who's the ultimate Leopard 1 fan that knows anything about what a Leopard 1A4 can do?
I don't know, but we're about to all find out, so it's gonna ruin it. Alright, so we have a Leopard 1A4. This is a similar situation to the 1A1 and 1A3, where you have a stereo rangefinder. You can use that to adjust your range and then hit the target, but if it was just that, it would be the same as a 1A3. You can already see there are some differences. For example, the range wheel is red when the gun is ready, and the other ones were yellow, so that's already a hint that something different is going on. But there is another difference. And to cover that difference, I'm going to have to range this tank target. Okay, so I'm going to track it, and then engage lead. So this tank, its major claim to fame is that it is a Leopard 1 with no laser rangefinder, but lead compensation. Very interesting combo that I don't think any other tank in the game has.
It was probably the most advanced fire control of the time when it was first a thing. Because this is like 1976 or something, I want to say, maybe 73 even.
Ooh. Yeah, something like that. So this is if you've played the M60A3 in GHPC, it will feel very similar as far as it's measuring your traverse rate for a short period of time, averaged, and then it's doing a single jump when you apply lead and holding it until you dump lead. But unlike the M60A3, it's not doing that on your laser rangefinder queue. It's a separate control. So you can turn the ranging mode on and off at will, just like you normally could. But your lead will be applied differently. And currently you have the option of using the same key for that and just holding it to do lead. We may also add a separate key, but they are different controls now internally. So we have this ability.
We got a comment saying trading a laser for lead is and I think it's worth saying that lasers weren't common when this was a thing.
Yeah.
Nothing had a laser, so it's not a trade-off. It's just they implemented lead before they figured out producing lasers.
Right, like just as a reminder, the 1A3 doesn't have either. It doesn't have a laser or a lead. You can hear the screams of my target. Anyway,
That's exactly what I think it is, in fact.
Yep. So this is a step up over the 1A3, just objectively, because it has lead and the 1A3 does not. But it is not a new tank in 1985. So the fact that it doesn't have a laser rangefinder it's a reflection of the fact that it's not a cutting edge vehicle at this time.
Laser rangefinders are for people who suck at math. You could just say for me. Like, that they are for me.
But we don't want to be rude. It's got to be some plausible deniability.
That is a big commander periscope, by the way.
Oh, this is a interesting reticle that you had there.
Oh, the ranging reticle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. They switched to a different style than the 1A3. So, and Harry, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the real sight, these I don't know, sometimes they call them geese for stereo and coincidence rangefinders, but these things they would appear like they were floating in space, and we can't show this on a flat screen. It doesn't work. It needs your eyes to see different things. But you would get the impression that these marks are out there with the target, and when you adjust your range on the scale on the right, the marks would appear to get further away from you and closer to you. And it's at the moment where you feel like the mark is with the tank, it's at the same distance as the tank, like your eyesight judges it that way, that's when you know you're at the right range. Now that doesn't work on a monitor, right? Everything is always the same distance from your eye, and you're not going to see that impression. So we get around that by having this this depth of field effect where the blur changes, and also we have this subtle wiggling in the view when rangefinder mode is active. So if you're really picking up on the fine movements, you can see that the target is moving the same way as the mark, like they're projected the same distance. But most of the time, we can't just convey we can't convey what this looks like in person. I think maybe a VR setup would be able to do it or something, but we have this compromise. We show different camera focus, and that's good enough. It works for the game.
The interesting thing about this one's reticle is it looks a bit more like an old school, like they had stereo rangefinders on like the decks of ships and stuff. I think that might be where they first developed the technology. It would sort of make sense to me. But this one, the Leopard 104's reticle looks a lot like the old ship ones. They had like it almost looked like a cross formation, like, I don't know how to explain, a cross that's like going into the depth of the scene that you're viewing. There's books about it if you're interested in how it works, but like it is set up so that there's a slightly different, there's like a little differential in the parallax between each of these marks that are being shown on the screen. It's barely noticeable though. We basically, like, we went around and tried to tune it so it's sort of like, you know, to show that it's moving and that you can see that there is a depth change going on there, but like there is the risk of overdoing it, and it kind of looks silly when you overdo it. So we kind of got it in a point where if you look for it, you can see that what we're doing with it, but if you're not aware of what's going on, you'd probably just think it's a flat image.
Yeah. And
it is what it is.
there's not really. I mean, there's so much more to a stereo rangefinder than we can even convey visually. Um, Maybe at some point we'll be able to have a written explanation in like a garage preview or something. But still, it's one of those things where the actual history and principles of how the tank operates are so much richer in reality, and doing the research kind of pays off of giving you that knowledge. But it's still pretty cool the way it works in game, and that's good enough.
Yeah, we want just a close enough sort of approximation of what it feels like. Someone asked, does the reticle get smaller on the real scope as it goes further? No, it looks, it's pure parallax. So it looks like it's further into the scene. If you've ever used a VR headset and seen like a floating cursor in the world, that uses the same method. Like if you think of like, oh, I've got a cursor that's out in space in front of my head, you can get a sense for it's 10 meters in front of my head or it's 1 meter in front of my head without it getting smaller, because just the parallax, right? Same deal. It's just because a monitor is one image, not two, we can't actually show a stereo image, but we can approximate one.
Exactly. This target keeps getting slightly faster and slower, and it's throwing me off.
There's a chance that it'll be more noticeable on this particular site because there's more than one mark, and they do, with respect to each other, these marks move a little bit as the camera shifts.
I don't know if it's coming through on the stream, but they are very slightly different in their behavior. It's just the actual movement though is so subtle, because if you make it too dramatic, you start getting clipping with nearby objects and stuff like that. So there's only so much we can do to convey it, but it is what it is. Let's do a mission.
And doing it as like an actual reticle in 3D space wouldn't look right. I know it sounds weird, but like, if you get across the theory of how a stereo rangefinder works, it'll make sense to you. It's not super complicated, it's just there's particulars about it.
I just saw someone in chat say that one of the things we're adding is screams when the vehicle's on fire. I just want to clarify that was a joke. There are no screams from the vehicle burning. That is my neighbors.
Yes, we will be adding in the screams of Josh's neighbors when vehicles are on fire.
Yep. Anyway, let's customize boulder limit to be a Leopard mission. And let's fight T-62s for fun. We're doing kind of an early timeline version.
What are you changing?
I was just setting everything to Soviet armor from like previous years instead of T-64s.
Yeah.
Earlier versions of BMP, no ATGMs on the hind. Just because I want to survive long enough to show the lead in action.
I mean, you're always pretty good at these. I don't think you need to.
That's right. I've never lost a mission on stream.
Add your.
I mean,
I
if
didn't
you.
know we even had a version of the Hind with no ATGMs.
Oh yeah, we have rocket only customizer variants.
Huh. Why don't you just use God mode now?
I didn't make this build with God mode.
That's my option.
Rookie mistake. While you're driving, the interesting thing about the commander's sight on this vehicle is it is a very early implementation of a full hunter-killer capability, which we are aware that most of the vehicles in the game at the moment can kind of do a basic hunter-killer thing, but this is the first time they implemented like a hunter-killer system as it's understood today, like a modern tanker would know how to use. As in the controls are fully duplicated, the commander can independently observe and cue the gunner to what they're looking at, and they can also jump to what the gunner's looking at, much like on a Leopard 2, which is this is where they developed the Leopard 2's commander sight.
Was that a cutting edge or kind of prototypical planning on their part? They were trying to get something better at the time.
I mean, yeah, I think I don't know if they intended it to be a thing that was test bedding for Leopard 2, but that's what it ended up being. Books and stuff about it usually say, oh, this is like part of the development of Leopard 2, but I don't know if that was the intent from the outset. Might have been.
Josh, I didn't miss that heli hit, by the way. Good job.
Thank you.
Bam. Wow. You don't care, man.
Anyway, now that the hinds are out of the way.
Oof. Someone asked if the lead works with the night sight. No, it's an interesting setup because there is no night sight for the gunner in this version of the Leopard 1. It is only on the commander's side. That's the other interesting thing about the commander's periscope. It is multi-channel. It's got a passive channel. And night gunnery would be done by the commander, which sounds funny, but that's actually how it works on the earliest version of the Leopard 1 before the PZB 200 as well. If you've played the one that doesn't have the passive sight, has like the active thing with just a little cross on it, that's actually the commander's sight that you're looking through. The gunner had no night fighting capability other than using a white spotlight.
I think in the M60, don't we also kind of combine the commander and gunner's night sight in concept currently? Yeah.
Or I think it's more that I'm not sure. I don't know about night sight, but like I think in the M60 the
rangefinder. The rangefinder is definitely the commander.
Yeah, commander's doing that for whatever reason. It's kind of a weird setup, honestly. I'd understand if they had an independent rangefinder for the commander, but they have to be aiming at what the gunner's aiming at anyway. So he's just asking him to press a button. I'm not sure what the idea was behind that, but that's what they did.
Range. These guys are... God damn. These targets are quite far away, but if you get a good track you can still hit them no problem, because ultimately this lead system it's just as good as the ones with the laser rangefinders. The problem is that you have to personally figure out the correct range for them to work accurately, so it takes a little bit of that precision out of it. There's more human error possible.
Oh yeah, that's the other interesting thing about this one. It's got the variable zoom, which the earlier left ones doesn't have.
Yeah.
You missed out on a lot, man. We just announced loot boxes.
Yep. The G in GHPC is now gotcha.
This is even closer range.
Are they 262s?
Yeah.
It's quite blurry on my screen because the quality dropping all the time.
Voice lines sound spammy. That's how they talk.
The Germans are a spammy people. This is well known about them.
Oh yeah.
I think Toxie's in the chat. He'll be able to tell you all about it, man. He'll fill you in.
Oh god, this tank is all fucked up. Alright, I'm gonna do a little gamer bailout here, and then we're gonna hit the reinforcements.
Ah, he's playing along. I like that. Thank you, Toxie. He's reliable, man.
What zoom power is the Leopard 1A4's sight? The gunner sight specifically.
I don't know, something. It's two different powers. If we want an X number, I can't remember off the top of my head. I could look at my notes, see if I've got it written somewhere.
I asked for close air support and they sent me a lawn dart.
Hey man.
Based. That's German humor, man. We were talking about German humor.
Alright, he's got bombs, so hopefully he hits something. When they have rockets, it's a little bit dicey.
Panzergranate! Panzer! Nach rechts! Erkannt! Feuer! Achtung! Hilfe! Neues Ziel! Panzergranate! Panzer! Geladen! Erkannt! Feuer!
Ah, shit.
Achtung! Hilfe! Neues
Oh, we got Jaden on.
Panzergranate!
That is a comfy trench. Thank you for your hard work.
I'm not sure I can win this unless my cast works well.
Panzer! Nach links! Ziel erkannt! Schuss!
Jets do have collision. You just have to hit them with a very specific round.
Panzergranate! Schützenpanzer! Nach
Jets only have collision if you're pure of heart.
Neues Ziel! Panzergranate!
So
Schützenpanzer!
find somebody else to try it and ask them how it went.
That's a tough one.
Neues Ziel! Panzergranate! Schützenpanzer! Neues Ziel! Panzergranate! Schützenpanzer!
How do you automatically lock on the target designated by the commander? Was that always in game? I don't know about always, but it's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's not a lock on, it's just it gets you roughly in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
About magnification, in my notes right now, the commander sight is variable as well. It goes to 2x or 8x. I'm still trying to find where I've written down. The Entfernungsmesser.
Gesundheit.
2x and 8x, you said?
For the commander sight. It'll be similar.
Yeah, the original question was for the gunner sight.
Yeah. I've got very, very long notes about that.
Do you just keep adding more and more paragraphs as you get
Yes.
to more variants?
And I keep adding, like, I'll screenshot documents that contradict each other and try and figure out which one's lying.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I could just listen to everything the CIA says and write that down.
There you go. Perfect.
Eight and 16, maybe? I think it might be 8 and 16. X. We don't
Oh.
usually work in magnification X's times. Because that means nothing in a video game. We're usually typing in degrees of field of view.
Yeah. Although the interplay between FOV and magnification is a little different on a screen than in an optic.
Yeah.
Unless we want to change the size of the aperture, which it can get a little goofy if you do that. You end up with like you're looking through a little pinhole on the screen. No, it's realistic, it's the right zoom, but you know, it kind of sucks to use.
What major updates have been shown? Well, Josh is currently surviving all of his missions. That's a pretty major update.
Yep.
Nothing major. Go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You're dreaming right now, actually.
Yeah, the actual answer is impact marks on targets and the Leopard 1A4. Alright, supposedly there are enemies left. I've not got any scouting reports in a while. I'm actually gonna call casts on where I think they are and then go hunting. Let's take a flank. I don't feel like charging directly down a 115mm barrel if there's a tank out there still.
Mm.
That's loser
Yeah,
talk.
it's-
Weak mental.
Bring back weak mental.
I like the subtle shade of that. I saw someone in chat ask if Cass picks targets or they just bomb the area. They do pick targets. They will look within a pretty broad area from where you designated and try to find what they think is the most important target. Oh, fuck. Alright, so that was not a good strategy to look at chat while I'm pulling out in front of tanks.
Not ideal.
No.
We've been warning you about this, man.
Alright, hopefully that got them. Let's find out. Anyway, they will look in the area and they will find what they believe is the most important target, and then they will hit it. So, if you call in Cass on, let's say, an APC, I don't know why you would do that, but let's say you do, and on the way in, they notice that 500 meters from your mark there's a tank, they will hit the tank. That's not a glitch, they're not missing your target, they just found something else.
Calling in Cass on an APC, man. I don't know. For you, it might be I don't know why you do that. For others, it's called doing the funny.
That's true, people do talk about that a lot.
I love doing the funny, man.
I heard that this is actually called MFTG, the My Funny Tank game.
Oh man, that's a deep cut. I don't think anyone in chat's gonna understand that joke, Josh.
Yeah. Some of them have probably said it.
True.
Short.
First person who says nobody says that. Oh yeah, they've said it.
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
What's new with the 1A4 compared to the 1A3? A number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one better.
You may have missed the part where we demoed it, but maybe I'll pop back into the range after this and do it again. Anyway, the summary is that this has lead. This is a optical rangefinder Leopard with lead, which means that you have to get the range correct or your lead won't work. It's very transitional kind of ability compared to the later systems.
I'm really happy for everyone who's happy about that. I ain't using that. I
Well,
ain't doing
You're
extra
like
work.
jazz gunnery, man.
Yeah.
Just feel the range.
Should have used
Yeah.
my aux sight here so I could get ground clearance.
Arranging the parallax, that's a vibe. And you have to be in it.
You're like the Miles Davis of tank gunnery, man.
I've been known to be that.
You guys see my shot skipped off the roof and landed over there by the trees? It's pretty cool.
Alright. Polymarket. What are the odds Josh is going to win this mission?
More of a Kelsey guy.
You would be.
Yeah, does anybody have any war crimes we can wager on profit?
Doing that right now. Did the bomb help?
Hmm?
Did the
Still talking about
cast help you?
Polymarket. Oh, never mind.
Or that.
I like that you can see the ground getting torn up for my jockeying now. It's pretty cool.
They didn't
Anyway.
need those beats.
I don't like the angle on this guy. He's got the advantage when I'm trying to peek over the hill. So I'm going to go around. I believe he's the last target left.
You're a Tarkov gamer, man. This is Tarkov strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Tarkov strategy is to hold a corner until Big Pipe rushes you, but that's neither here nor there.
Who's Big Pipe?
You'll find out if you play Tarkov.
Just, I'm not touching that. You're just walking into that one.
Yeah. These guys seem dead. Ooh.
Tarkov is shite. A lot of fun games are shite.
Yeah.
A lot of shite games are fun.
With a take like that, you could be a podcaster.
Nice.
Okay, we got a ceasefire. Hopefully he's dead. Yep, hatch is open, gun not tracking. Good. Where is...
Did you ever discuss the
lord.
option of adding cluster bombs for the cast? There's a treaty against that, so we can't.
Heh. We were waiting for chat to come up with it. Is that another live tank? Nope. Good thing I'd probably die. Alright. Somebody's left out here.
To the devs, the F4F carries cluster bombs in game. They just don't work. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you clarifying that for
How
us.
did those get in there without us knowing about it? It's very mysterious.
You got some static coming through your mic input, Josh.
Oh, damn.
Sure it's not screaming gibberlings from Baldur's Gate 1?
Oh god, now I'm hearing it from you too, Harry. So it's just me then.
Yeah, it's just you.
It's those gibberlings, man.
Those giblins.
Is
What?
it pronounced gibberlings or gibberlings? I don't know.
Ah, fucking hell. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to get into the woods so that I can use the lead on these guys and not die. I know it's illegal for me to not die playing a mission on stream, but we're gonna try it.
You know, man, this is your project. You do what you want to do.
If
But I
it's
am going
wrong-
to judge you.
Leopard 1A4 sights. Gunner 8 and 16. Commander 4 and 8, I think it was.
Nice.
I thought it was 2 and 8. I think
The
you said
question
2.
came up again. Might have been 2 and 8.
Ah, shit. I got too ambitious. The
Stop
doors.
leaving the mission area. What the hell? You did
Hoisted on
that,
his
and you're
own
violating
petard.
your own rules, man.
Mm-hmm. Am I violating the nap?
Jesus.
Only people who bought a fedora in 2011 will know that one.
True.
Alright, let's see. How far along are these targets?
Does the current date in the bottom right mean the update is releasing today? No,
No.
that's just a testing date at the moment.
It is just a test version. Okay. They're over there. He cheated! No, no, no! I'm gonna run down this bush for a better view. And they are... maybe
You're putting your
500,
swag
600
on, Josh.
meters. I think they're past me enough that I can peek the berm, actually.
Is it bad that I play War Thunder while watching these streams? No, War Thunder's great. Have fun.
Yeah, man. Enjoy the games.
It is bad that you brought it up in chat, though. That's attention-seeking behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Banned. Kidding.
Did I grievously miscalculate, as is tradition? I think I did.
I've never known you to do that.
Ah. Alright, thanks for coming to the stream. It is actually 1 o'clock, so right on time. And so we are going to head to the Patreon Q&A, which happens every month, whether there is a stream or not.
We could demo more stuff on the Patreon Q&A.
We can,
We
yeah.
may not demo here. As an option.
Yeah, there's a, I mean, we usually post extra teasers anyway when we're doing that, so. Alright. I'm gonna go delete the screaming children outside, and then we'll do a Q&A. And yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. We'll see you in a couple months.
Oh, before we drop, if anyone is interested in those things, the Patreon, merch, our Discord, you can go to the pinned link, gunnerheatpc.com, for links to all of those. And then you can come and chat directly with us.
That's all right. Okay. See ya.
Bye.